shows that virus activity in Massachusetts now remains low. Massachusetts is joining the lawsuit that seeks to reverse recent operational changes at the United States Postal Service. Mass Attorney General Maura Healey says the Bay State is joining a coalition of states, including Rhode Island, in filing the federal lawsuit. Healey says the suit will seek to reverse the changes of the service and to make sure voting by mail is safe and secure this fall. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker says most Massachusetts schools will be welcoming students back to the classroom this fall. Baker says over 70% of the districts will either be back in class full-time or will operate on a hybrid learning model with classroom part of the time. Around 30% of the districts will begin the school year with fully remote learning in place. Baker says he's encouraged by the large number of districts that will welcome students back into the classroom. The so-called Cheers bar in Boston's Faneuil Hall Marketplace is closing at the end of the month after operating for 2 decades. The bar was designed to look like the one featured on the NBC sitcom Cheers that aired in the 1980s and 1990s. The bar has struggled during the pandemic, with the owners saying the landlord's just not willing to give them any slack at all that would help it survive.
Just a reminder from your friends at ON Radio. ON Cares.
The Woonsocket City Council met in regular session last night at Harris Hall. And here with a look at the results of the meeting is Woonsocket City Council Vice President John Brien. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is Coffee Ann on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. It's August 19th, and I'm Joe Callahan. With us around the Coffee Ann table, we'll say hi to Natalie Mack from the St. Antoine Communities. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
And Paul Willett from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Paul.
Good morning, Joe.
And no one from Navigant Credit Union today. So you wiped them out in the golf tournament yesterday.
That's right.
The St. Antoine Communities golf tournament. You killed them.
Did
someone take a golf club to them?
We tried.
Okay.
Actually, they were right in front of us, so...
so you hit them with a golf ball.
We tried, but they're good duckers.
Okay, well, good. All right, let's get a first message from the St. Antoine community. So, Natalie, off to you.
Great, good morning. St. Antoine Community is located in North Smithfield at the corner of 400 Mendon Road and 10 Rhodes Avenue. On campus, we have 2 buildings with 4 levels of care: assisted living, rehabilitative services, secured memory care, and long-term skilled nursing support. The first building on campus is the Villa at St. Antoine, located at 400 Mendon Road, and it's our 76-apartment assisted living facility. The Villa offers traditional assisted living apartments in 3 styles: studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom, as well as an 8-resident memory care unit. The second building is St. Antoine Residence, located at 10 Rhodes Ave, and it is our 260-bed skilled long-term and short-term rehabilitative facility. Inside, we showcase our state-of-the-art Easy Street Rehab Center, our secured memory care unit, and our private hospice suite. St. Antoine Community feels like home and is welcoming to all. So if you have never been to visit us, I encourage you to take a ride up north and tour our beautiful campus. You can call 767-3500, ask for Melissa Smith, the Community Marketing Director, and she would be happy to show you around.
So yesterday was the golf tournament. And
Wait,
was
today,
it yesterday?
Is today
Yep.
No, today's Wednesday.
Yes.
Monday.
Oh,
it was Monday.
Oh,
it
yeah,
feels
that's
like
right.
yesterday.
It does.
It does feel like
As a
yesterday.
matter
It
of
was
fact,
Monday.
Well, I'm talking to Melissa. I said, "Yeah, see you tomorrow." She goes, "No, Natalie's going to be on."
Oh, all right.
I don't even know
Anyway,
what
well,
day it
Monday.
is.
Yeah, Monday, I guess.
But it was a success.
It was absolutely a success.
Great.
It was
Great
a beautiful
weather.
day,
Yeah.
amazing weather. Didn't rain once. Sunny, but not super hot.
Mm-hmm.
So we were really lucky. Everybody seemed to have a great time. And I think people were just grateful to be out and about and getting
Sure.
to, I think, enjoy, from a safe distance, friends and having a good time. Lots of laughter I heard on the course.
Well, that's Paul golfing. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
there's a lot of laughter there.
Were you there?
I got my reports. I got my spies.
No, it is, and I was saying earlier, as a participant, I thought it went very well. In times like this, you have to get creative, and I think Kirkbride did a great job. They've done quite a few of these now, and they refine them as they go. And in terms of social distancing, when you got to the registration table, which is usually an area where people congregate,
Yeah.
but they did have X's on the pavement where people, keep their social distance. And, I think it went very well. All the staff at the registration table and throughout they had masks on, and all the golfers had masks on when they were in a closed setting like that. But carts, most people had their own golf cart, unless you came from the same household and you want to share. But it was a perfect day, I think, for golf. And St. Antoine's been doing this for a long time, and it's hailed as being one of the best. And I say that because the chamber, I think ours is in that category as well. But no, they did a fantastic job, and everybody seemed to be happy.
Yeah.
I know I was. I walked away. I came out way ahead as far as prizes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll do it again next year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're hoping, less
Excellent.
COVID restrictions, so
Sure.
maybe we could party a little bit harder.
All right. Great. Well, guys, we've made national news again.
Oh, calamari.
The state of Rhode Island has made national news. Did you not watch the DNC last night?
I didn't, but I did hear about the calamari.
The calamari. We got a comeback calamari state. Nationwide.
That's right.
Yay. So we got a soundbite I want to play for you guys in case anyone missed it. Rhode Island is plugging one of its favorite foods at Tuesday's Democratic National Convention. The person you're going to hear is State Rep Joe McNamara.
Yep.
Was speaking as part of the little video, because that's how they did it. Every state sent in a video to nominate Biden for president, and here we get a little soundbite here from Joe McNamara.
The calamari comeback state of Rhode Island casts 1 vote for Bernie Sanders and 34 votes for the next president, Joe Biden.
All right, there you go. The calamari comeback state. Are we the
That was
only?
a big plate too. Did you see how much?
Well, he
calamari?
was standing next to a chef, and I couldn't tell from what restaurant he was from.
Iggy's.
Until I saw the picture this morning. Was able to blow up the picture. So it is from Iggy's,
Yep.
and that's where they were standing.
Right.
on Warwick Net. So, so the giant plate of calamari. I'm sure they ate it afterwards. And the chef from Iggy's was in a black,
black.
coat, overcoat of some sort, like a chef's coat, and he was also wearing a mask and a hat. So it was tough to tell who he was. and then Joe McNamara is wearing sunglasses, and obviously they filmed it during the daytime.
Yeah.
And then some woman's just walking by in the background. I said, good enough.
It's a public space.
That's right. So we'll just send it on. So are we the only state that has a state appetizer?
I don't know. That'd be a good thing to Google, I guess.
Yeah.
Most states have a tree, a bird, or
We do,
or,
Rhode Island
some
does too.
animal.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look that up. Well, I'll do it on the break, and
Okay,
we'll come back to it.
Anyone's looking at a state appetizer? Well, I think we were the only state that was holding up props like food. Others had signs,
Yep.
mostly for Biden,
Yeah.
and or how great their state was, or something like that. But this was the only one I saw with they were
Apparently it
holding
was-
food.
Apparently, it was a big hit.
Well, it made us different. Now, I did see something funny on Facebook this morning. Do you know who Mike Stanton is?
Yes, yeah.
Former reporter with the
Right.
with the Providence Journal.
Yeah.
And he tweeted out, "Leave the gun, take the calamari." Great
There you go.
Godfather reference.
There you go. There you go.
I thought that was great.
Was that in the first one?
That is in the first one.
First one, yeah.
Leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Yeah, that's right.
But this leave the gun, take the calamari this time. So there we go. We made it. So, but Bernie got a lot of votes last night. In fact,
Yeah.
some states had more delegates for Bernie than they had for Biden. Not many. The states that have like 15 delegates, and so.
Symbolic,
Yeah.
because it's, you know.
But you know what was on? And I'm watching it last night, and I jumped in. I think they were in letters C. I remember that. But they got to Delaware, and there's two people standing there, and they just said pass, and didn't say anything else.
Really?
I'm like, wow.
Delaware.
And so there was someone that was announcing each state.
Yeah.
And so there was a good 5-second pause, and like they didn't know what to do, and they just said, "Okay, Delaware passes," and then we moved on to
Really?
Florida or something like
I
that.
don't know if that's ever happened before.
I've never seen it happen before. We're going to pass. Are all there? Now, how are the delegates? There are Democratic delegates and Republican delegates,
Yeah.
are there not?
Yeah. That's
So they didn't want to vote for either one, I guess. I was shocked.
That's odd. That I mean,
It was odd.
I mean, all the delegates would have to agree to that.
Yeah.
And what? I mean,
It went
can't-
by so fast. I couldn't see how many delegates were part of Delaware.
That's
I was amazed.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's okay. Well, we'll just move on to other states, and not that it was going to be a stumbling block, or oh no, we're tied 50-50. You know, we need Delaware to break the tie. That didn't happen.
That's
wow.
that's odd. I've never heard of that happening before.
And I was wondering if they were in their big convention hall, would they have done it then? We want to, the great state of Delaware.
That would have
passes.
caused that would have caused.
A ruckus.
Yeah, yeah.
Among other things. So they went through each little state and properties. Like Guam gets to send delegates, and Puerto Rico sending delegates,
Sure,
and
why not?
America,
Yeah.
Samoa, and then there was a whole bunch of people that just live abroad, and they had a video that said their 17 delegates go to Joe Biden. I'm like, wow.
It was. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But I guess they pulled it off, and
They did. And then there was the mayor of Washington, D.C., and she talked about how it had just passed, I guess their city council or whatever, to become a 51st state. So they're really pushing
yeah.
for Washington, D.C. to become a 51st state.
I think it's been tried before.
The state of Washington? I mean, not the state. Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, why not? It's a district.
Right. And try explaining it to a child where Washington, D.C. is. Well, what state's it in? Well, it's not in any state. Well, it's kind of near Maryland and
a
Virginia.
district. That's
It's
right
a
over here.
little tiny thing right over here. Well, what state's it in? It's not.
Well, well, geographically, would Rhode Island still be the smallest state?
No. We go to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah.
So we lose that.
Oh, little roadie.
That's right. It's like it's not our claim to fame anymore.
Well,
No.
we got enough going on. Calamari.
Well, now we got the comeback calamari, and now they're talking about making T-shirts. The comeback calamari state. So I didn't realize we have so much squid swimming in the ocean
Yeah.
off
No,
the state of
it's
Rhode Island.
it is. It's
There's a
one
lot?
of those. A lot of fishermen like to use it as bait too.
Okay, there's enough to use because they say, we sell calamari to all 50 states.
Yeah.
If you want calamari in Idaho with your potatoes, well, you get it from Rhode Island, I guess. Whatever's cheapest.
Everybody loves calamari.
Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Natalie?
there's
You like
there-
calamari?
Yeah.
All right, I do too.
As long as it's cooked right. I mean, there are
Okay.
some people who don't know how to do it right, and it's rubbery, and it's like
I
chewing
don't want
on
that.
Don't want
washers
rubbery.
or something, you know. But there are several restaurants in the area who, I've got my favorites. And,
Do you want it deep fried?
What's that?
Do you want it deep fried?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Deep
yeah.
fried, Natalie?
Oh yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah,
Now, do you put the sauce on it?
No.
What sauce is that, by the way?
The marinara sauce?
No, it's not. It's not marinara sauce. It's something else.
What is it?
It's like a marinara, but
It's
oh,
a-
they
it's-
have some different.
Some have
kinds.
different. And it's
Yeah.
spicier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like mine that
Called
way.
the spicy marinara.
Okay.
I like mine with what is it? The
Plain?
the aliola or whatever.
Aioli? Is that what it-
aioli sauce?
aioli?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I like mine. But again, I mean, there's some just for whatever reason it comes out rubbery, and I don't like chewing it.
I guess that could be a problem with like fried clams too, if it's cooked.
Yeah, well, it's all
incorrectly.
the fryer later's got to be at the right
Right.
temperature, and you don't want to overcook it because
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's when it gets rubbery. But
Well, so there we are with a comeback calamari state. And maybe that's better than hope, huh?
yeah, well, it's a distinction again.
Yeah.
When we go on the break, I'm going to look it up to see if other states have
a state
appetizers. I mean, lawmakers have enough to do without mulling over that.
Well, we had remember that we had the big discussion on the state drink
Coffee
between
milk.
coffee milk and Dell's lemonade.
Yep. Coffee milk won.
I
didn't
won
it?
out. They did one out. That's right.
I mean that is definitely a Southern New England thing. You go up, I think you go up to Maine and ask for coffee milk, and they'll give
like-
you a light coffee. People they just don't know it. Even
what is-
coffee ice
what
cream
is that?
now. Coffee ice cream used to be very local.
Yeah,
now
not
it's,
anymore.
No, it's countrywide now.
It's like people that live in other parts of the state when they come back here, they got to get a case of the Autocrat
Yeah,
coffee
my,
syrup.
My
Bring it back with them because you can't get it anywhere else.
My cousins from Canada, we always used to do a trade. They would bring spruce beer. I don't know
Okay.
if you ever heard of that.
No, I haven't.
It's picture falling off a ladder into a Hugh bush or something and have it hit you in the face and gnaw on it for a bit. No, but they used to bring down spruce beer, and we used to trade them with coffee syrup.
Coffee syrup?
So they always used to bring coffee syrup back to Canada. They loved it.
And did they share it with amongst their friends up there? Hey, this stuff is pretty good.
I don't know. They probably hoarded it for themselves.
So I used to like coffee ice cream growing up as a kid, but now somehow it's changed, and different people, different companies make it differently. And the
Yeah.
last time I had it, it was basically vanilla ice cream with coffee beans crushed up in it.
Oh, different.
And so now I'm chewing coffee beans with the ice cream. I'm like, this is lousy.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, people try
I
to
wasn't
get
happy
creative.
with that.
I remember I like mocha chip, but
Okay.
mocha chip, the original mocha chip, I think it was Howard Johnson's, and it was just a coffee ice cream with tiny little, almost shavings of chocolate.
Okay.
And that was I think the first mocha chip, and now. You get mocha, and it's like mostly chocolate
Yeah.
with a little bit of coffee, and it's
Have you tried affogato?
avocado
The
ice cream.
Affogato, I think it's an
affogato.
Italian dessert where they take a scoop of vanilla ice cream and they pour a shot of espresso over it.
Really? Okay.
It is
Pretty good.
very delicious. Yes.
If you like espresso, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go out and find one.
All right, right after Natalie does a second message for the St. Antoine communities, Natalie.
Great. So as we were talking about earlier, we held our 21st annual golf tournament on Monday at Kirkbrae Country Club. And as we were talking about, it was a very safe and successful day. It was filled with golf fun and the connection of friends and community partners. It's an important fundraiser for us. It raises awareness and funds for the critical services that we provide to more than 600 elderly and adults every year. I want to thank the following sponsors for their incredible support this year. Landmark Medical Center, which was our title sponsor, Bloom Shapiro Healthcare Services Group, Inc., Waste Express, LLC, Connected Inc., United Healthcare, H. Carr & Sons, Inc., and Strategic Care Solutions. And we're grateful to all those who also made the event a success. This includes Kirkbride Country Club, St. Antoine staff, our volunteers, and of course all the wonderful attendees. We're already looking forward to next year's tournament, which we hope will be free of COVID-19 restrictions. We hope to have some more fun and to celebrate. And if you're interested in learning more, please contact me at 206-353-7543 or nmac@santantoine.net.
Did you golf, Natalie?
I did not. I mini golf. That's about the extent.
I mini golf. Well, that windmill's tough, you know.
Actually, some of my shots were like that.
Well, there's always next year, right?
Yeah, I'll work on my swing.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
It was funny, Melissa. Like, did you clone yourself? I mean, everywhere I looked, she was at the registration table. Then she was
all over that course.
And at one point, she said, "I promise, I'm not following you guys. I'm not following." She was everywhere.
All right, more Coffee Hands coming up. Comments and questions can be called in 766-1240.
I'm here with Kara Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency. Kara, what's most important to you as a business owner?
The most important thing to me as a business owner is to be there for my customers in the moment of truth. It's not just writing the policy and you're done. It's about being there for my customers when there's an accident, a fire, or even a death. Helping them get through tough moments in life. That's my job as an agent.
You're in good hands with Allstate and Kara and Celeste Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency, 125 Eddie Dowling Highway, across from Dowling Village in North Smithfield, 765-5000.
Our business is truly a referral business, and we have built it based on our premier service level and commitment to what we do. If you are looking for personalized service with people who care, that would be us.
Most automobile accidents, major or minor, are somewhat traumatic. They affect people's routine and employment, sometimes their health. That's why Micho's Auto Body is committed to addressing all phases of accidents, including repairs, reports, rentals, and stress. They offer the full package. Their promise is to give each person all that they are paying for and then some. Micho's Auto Body on Privilege Street in Woonsocket, 769-1983.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON Radio.
It is Coffee In here on ON Radio. Joe Callahan here with Natalie Mack and Paul Willett from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Paul's looking up if anyone else has a state appetizer. It doesn't look like any states do, Paul.
There may be, but this first one that I looked at, it's not just limited to state appetizers. It's state songs, state dogs.
Golden Retriever.
We were just saying off the air, the official drink of Rhode Island is coffee milk, but the state of Maine has Moxie.
Okay.
Which I guess back in the day they thought had medicinal properties.
Was it invented there?
I don't know.
No, I'm just wondering.
Another thing to look up.
Well, before you do that, it's time for first message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. So what's going on at the Chamber,
Thank
Paul?
you. So, we continue to offer events and opportunities to our members. Next Tuesday, we're having the Bolden Business Women's Luncheon. It's going to be held at Kirkbride Country Club. It's going to be a panel discussion. You have the opportunity to attend in person. And the cost to attend in person is $50. We are limited to how many people we can have according to the COVID guidelines. You also have the opportunity to connect remotely via Zoom, and the cost to get that link is $25. The panel members include Senator Sandra Cano, who is also the Vice President of Community Development or Engagement for Navigant Credit Union. Not exactly positive about her title, but the other panelists are going to be Dale Venturini from the Rhode Island Hospitality Association, as well as Betsy Robson, who is the President and CEO of JF Moran Trucking. So each woman has their own perspective as to how they got where they are, and it's not limited to just women to attend. I'll be attending myself, so it's a pretty good opportunity, and it's I think it's our second live event that we've had during this whole crisis. So that's coming up next Tuesday, and then, of course, we've been talking about the success of St. Antoine's Golf Tournament. The Chamber will be having its golf tournament on September 15th. I believe, and I wasn't in the office yesterday, but I believe we have one or two foursomes that opened up. We had a cancellation. We were sold out, but if you're interested in playing, apparently we have a spot for 8 more golfers. There's still sponsorship opportunities available as well, and if you would like more information on that, you can visit the website at nrichamber.com, or you can call us at 334-1000, and any one of the staff will be happy to help you.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Well, I guess you can say tragedy was avoided yesterday in Lincoln when they had an explosion.
The car explosion
at the gas station
Sunoco,
at the Sunoco, which is right next to the Courtyard by Marriott,
Courtyard.
right there on George Washington Highway next to the Lincoln Mall. The explosion had nothing to do with the gas pumps. It had to do with the car that was there, and according to the fire chief, it was electricity sparked by static electricity. It found a source of leaking fuel tank that was near a welding tool in the back of the car. And I heard the static electricity came from opening the gas tank. And that created the static electricity, which hit the fuel in the back of the car near the welding torch, which exploded the car. And the person that was there did receive minor injuries. But boy, when you hear when you hear explosion at the gas station, you just think the whole thing is going up.
Have you ever noticed when you look at the canopy over the pumps? There's
stuff,
these,
things coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah. And
fire suppression is what it is.
Right,
yeah.
that's what it is. So I assume that kicked in.
I'm sure it went off, yeah. Plus, there was a Lincoln police officer that was nearby on another duty. He came rushing over with his fire extinguisher to help put it out. And I'm like, wow. So this happened about 2 in the afternoon yesterday.
Wow. I mean, something like that, like you said, could have been catastrophic. I mean, if the person was actually standing there pumping, and it happened, I'm sure the force of that probably blew him.
Now you're looking at like all the pumps going up, and like you said, the hotel is so close.
Yeah,
to that gas
two
station.
hotels now, because they have a sister property they're building right in back there.
Are they? Okay.
Yep.
So if the hotel catches fire, yikes! It could have been ugly. But it's big news when the Boston stations cover it. And
they got some good footage of it.
Yeah,
I mean, to show the car, the flames.
Oh yeah, and the car's completely destroyed, right?
Well,
that's from what I saw. I said, well, you can't salvage this one. So, and it was from it was a company. I don't know which company. It just said, we got it's a plumbing company that was just going there to fill up gas and slight.
It's interesting.
Something not secure there in the back seat.
The policemen happen to be there. Sometimes they just park there because that is a very dangerous exit. There are a lot of accidents
coming out of that gas station.
People are coming off.
146.
And then you've got folks coming from the red light, and it's it really is busy.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can't get a break. Because people are coming off 146, people are coming, down 116, and you tend to want to put your foot on the gas, and I got time to make it. But there are a lot of accidents there.
Are there?
A lot of accidents.
Okay, I know coming off of 146, coming onto 116, it's such a pain. I mean, you basically got to turn 3/4 of the way, all the way around to see if anyone's coming.
You know what's really bad? Coming off of 295 and merging onto 146, and then having to get on, the main 146. So you're coming off that, you have that long exit there, and as soon as you come off, you put your blinker on because you want to get on 146, and people
they
don't let you over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on, you see what I want to do. Give me a break here. And then, they wave at you, but not with all the fingers. And it's
It's happened to me, and where I've actually got bumped out. Well, not literally bumped out.
And you've had to go on 116.
Well, you go to 116 all the way into Cumberland and back onto 295, and okay, it adds an extra 5 minutes, but it's a pain.
No, people just everybody isn't courteous on the road.
That's true. Glad nobody else got hurt. No other cars got damaged.
That's amazing, though. Because the pumps are fairly close.
Yeah,
there could have been someone right in front, and it's amazing nobody really got hurt bad.
Now, did you hear, Paul? What about any of the pumps? Did any of them get damaged? I didn't hear if they did or not.
I don't know. Those are pretty well insulated, I guess, and the design of them. That's why you have all that fire suppression up top in case it happens. But I don't know. I briefly saw the footage on the news, but I guess I wasn't totally paying attention.
I just wonder if they're open for business. After they cleared the car out yesterday, okay, we can start. Cars can start filling up again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But glad that things turned out as well as possible yesterday.
Yeah.
So I did get a note that was written into coffee at WoonSocketRadio.com. It just says another debacle at Fenway last night because I was watching it, and hey, they were winning 4-1.
They were,
and I turned away, looked a little at DNC, and they came back, and now they're losing, and then they ended up losing. Like what was the final score last? I don't know, 14-5 or something like that.
It's not. I don't think it's the Sox here.
But then we got the good news. Actually, the good news happened like yesterday afternoon when the state of Massachusetts told Gillette Stadium and Fenway Park that no fans in the stands at least through the end of September because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And the way the Sox are going, their season is going to end September 25th. So there's no way they're going to the playoffs. Not really. So no fans at Fenway Park, and now no fans at Gillette Stadium for Patriots games or Revolution games. And there's right now that affects 2 Patriots games and 3 Revolution games in Foxborough. So if you're a season ticket holder, do you get your money back?
Yeah, well, I was talking to someone. One of the guys I was playing with does have season tickets, and I guess it was
the Patriots games?
Right.
Okay.
It was a wait and see. He said, and not sure exactly what they're going to do. On the other hand, the other guy is such a Red Sox fan. His license plate, I think it's Sox 1 or something, and he's got the Red Sox plate. Yeah. I didn't even dare bring up the Red Sox to him. I didn't want to mess up his golf game. But he's a devout Sox fan, season ticket holder. So just everybody's disappointed this year.
Yeah.
I mean, to me. I think out of all the professional sports organizations and leagues, I think the NHL has done the best in terms of uniformity. They just have the coverings over the chairs, and it looks it looks uniform. Having cardboard people out in the stands, I think, is a little silly, but
it's a moneymaker though. That's the only reason why. The only reason why they're doing it.
Yeah, if you get hit, you get.
Well, that's what Fenway does. If you get hit, you get money. No, I don't think you get money. You get the ball.
Yeah.
And you get tickets to next year's game. I don't know what the other teams are doing in case you get hit.
And as far as the site goes, I don't know. I'm sure players get energized with the crowd.
They do.
And listening. I mean, they can. They have it over the PA. But in the back of your mind, you got to know it's not coming from those cardboard people. It's like,
Well, as I've heard from other people, if you listen to the baseball game on the radio with the fake crowd noise, it sounds exactly like a regular game.
Yeah.
It's like people are actually there.
Unless the guy hits the wrong button.
Yeah. But if you're watching the game, it really adds nothing to it.
Yeah.
Although one of the funnier things I saw, one of the games went into extra innings, or a rain delay or something like that. Was it at Yankee Stadium? Possibly. But they put up on the scoreboard, on the message board, and it just says it says this is a really long game. From the scoreboard operator, I'm really hungry. Someone send pizza. I said, all right, that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Although Yankee Stadium is the only stadium that doesn't have cardboard cutouts, and I wonder if they did that on purpose to make them different from everybody else.
Could.
Yeah.
But I just, I'm sorry, I can't get into it this year.
Have you seen the games, Natalie, with these cardboard cutouts?
I've heard about them. I have not seen them.
It's
kind of reminds me of
weird.
like at a carnival when you take the baseball and
Yeah,
you throw it
you
at
try to hit the cats.
the sand.
Yeah. And so I think it was Jeremy Remy said they should rig them up somehow so that so they jump up and down to make them look even more like real
Put a
people.
piston
out there.
on the
yes,
seat.
Will
that's
they
right.
rig it so they can do the wave?
Yes, do something like that. So, but they're not in every seats. And
No.
The other thing that bugs me, if you and only Fox does it, they put in fake people. They like computer graphics of people in the stands, which it looks okay until a home run is hit, because when a home run is hit, people they throw their arms up because everyone's trying to grab for the
They
ball.
just sit
Well, this
there.
time no one's throwing their arms up, and one of the fake people is going to get hit. Well, you think they try to defend
Guy
themselves,
gets
and
whacked
it
in the
doesn't happen. Yeah, and they're all laughing. This is great.
Oh God.
All right. So no fans at Fenway or at Gillette Stadium at least through September. I think it'll go longer, especially for football.
Yeah, I mean, we're nowhere near out of the woods.
Yeah.
And the reports are, I mean, we've all seen footage of kids going back to school, partying and everything. And here's a thought. Now, okay, so kids go back to school. If something happens in the school, the parents, they bring it home and they go to work. I mean, this could just...
Oh, yeah, it could run wild. Like
And
wildfire.
I feel bad for teachers who, have underlying conditions and just don't want to go back to work. I mean, how's that going to be handled? I know every district's going to be doing their own thing, but we have a friend who's got an underlying condition, and she's very afraid of going back to work. And is her job going to be in jeopardy as a result?
Possibly. Don't know. It's a lot of unanswered questions. Paul, it's time for a second message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Sure. Well, we talk about these being difficult times, and certainly for a lot of businesses it has been. The Chamber can be an excellent resource to help you get the message out that you are open for business. We have a lot of resources. We started early on during the whole pandemic, just to get word out there as to what the resources are available to you for small businesses. I know initially the Small Business Administration and many other agencies had money available, Rhode Island Commerce, etc., and it's a lot to mull through. And a lot of businesses were calling with questions, but we had the answers for them. And if we didn't have the immediate answer, we could certainly get them in touch with the people who do. So one of the things the Chamber does is help you with those resources. We also advocate on your behalf. This has been a very strange year for everything, and that includes the General Assembly. Up at the State House, the bills are still being passed, laws are being made, and the Chamber keeps an eye on that for you. We want to make sure the businesses get a fair shake. We also have come up with a different way to present our events. I mentioned a few earlier, but we give networking opportunities to our Chamber members. So, again, if you're a member of the Chamber, we thank you for your support, and we hope you'll continue to be with us. If you're not a member of the Chamber, please give us a call at 334-1000. We'll guide you in the right direction as to how you can promote your business and provide those resources for you. So you can call us at 334-1000. You can visit our website at nrichamber.com. There's a wealth of information on there, and we'd be happy to speak with you.
Very good, Paul. Time for the forecast right now, being sponsored by CVS. Today, a mostly sunny day and a high of near 81. Tonight, mostly clear, low 53. Thursday, sunny, high near 81. Thursday night, mostly clear, low 58. Friday, little warmer, mostly sunny, high near 86. Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 89. And right now, outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street with sunny skies, we have 72 degrees. CVS pharmacists have a tool designed to look for ways that may help lower your prescription costs. Visit CVS today. Savings vary. See store for details.
Danny's DNS TV and Appliances is ready to serve you at 158 Central Street, Millville. Danny's is a family business selling top brand name appliances and TVs, and they are your big screen TV headquarters. Come in and enjoy the big screen TV experience, complete with the latest technology in picture and sound. If you're upgrading, Danny's is ready to answer all your questions relating to contrast, picture tube darkness, screen surface, resolution, and more. They'll give you the right answers. Danny's DNS TV and Appliances, 158 Central Street, Millville. From Woonsocket, take a right at the Connector Road off Great Road. 508-883-5862.
The month-long sale at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles is going on right now. For the month of August, you can take 15% off anything in the store, except gold and silver. The cases are full at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles. Come see vintage lamps, clocks, pottery, and more. There are many treasures to be discovered. Timeless Antiques and Collectibles is open Tuesday through Saturday at 10 in the morning. Please remember to wear your face coverings as you enter the store and keep your social distancing as well. The month-long sale is going on right now. 15% off everything in the store except gold and silver at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, 91 Main Street, Woonsocket. Frank and Tammy Irwin invite you to stop in today.
Hello, this is Manny Brando.
And this is Virginia. And Manny, now you have to start getting up a half hour earlier because our show is going to begin at 8:30 until 9:30.
I can't get up that early. 8:30 to 9:30. Oh,
That
no.
is correct. That is our new time slot.
I'm confused.
What else is new?
Oh, boy.
This segment of the Coffee and program is sponsored by Navigant Credit Union.
Navigant Credit Union wants you to know that in spite of what some are saying about the economy, their thoughts are always with you, the Navigant member. If you have a small business or are involved in the management of one, you might want to talk to Navigant's Commercial Lending Department. If you need capital to expand or purchase new equipment, call the Business Lending Department at 401-233-4700. They'll visit your office and work with you to create a plan to get you the money you need without the usual problems. For more information, call 233-4700. Your success is Navigant's business. Navigant Credit Union. Let's enjoy the journey together.
All right, Coffee In on ON AM and FM. Joe Callahan here with Natalie Mack and Paul Willett from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. And there's a landmark in Boston is closing. Have you heard? After 20 years.
A landmark in
Yes, the Cheers bar in Faneuil Hall is closing. The pandemic hit it hard. Not enough people have come back to Faneuil Hall to make it run, and they're closing. I think this weekend is their final weekend.
That's too bad. I'd never been. I mean, I've been to the site where
the Bull and Finch,
right, the Bull and Finch Club.
Yeah, but there's an actual the setup, like the set of Cheers is in Faneuil Hall, and they're closing. So
That's a shame.
It is. Did you see some musical artist reached out to the actor that played Cliff on Cheers, John Ratzenberger, to make some kind of video to help save the Postal Service.
Oh no!
And he agreed.
Yeah,
so I haven't seen the video of what he's planning.
Well, I don't know if you saw it on the news, but now they're not going to do the cuts until
that's
after
what the Joyce said
until after the election.
And some people say that's not enough.
So Nancy Pelosi said we turned the heat up, and apparently it was too hot for them, so they elected to defer it.
We'll wait till afterwards. And now some people are saying, well, they got to put back what they already took. Yeah. And I guess they've taken out some post mailboxes in Oregon.
Right.
They've taken them out.
They started removing them.
Are they going to put them back?
I don't know. And why would they do that? I mean, you don't see too many of them anyway. I mean, we have one in our office park, but you don't see a lot of mailboxes.
Do you have a mailbox on the property at the villa? If you have to think about it, it's probably no.
I don't know that we have an actual physical post box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They were probably taken away because either not being used.
Well, not being used, and who knows? I mean, you got a soiled diaper, you can toss it in there or something.
Well, maybe people are doing that too. So I don't know. It always.
I mean, think about it. Usually outside the post office itself, they have boxes, but you don't see.
That was always a Gallagher joke. Do you know the comedian Gallagher smashed the watermelons?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
That's
think so.
before her time.
Yeah.
But that was one of his jokes. Why is there a mailbox in front of the post office? You're already there.
Yeah, but it's so you can deposit after hours or before hours.
You don't have to go in and stand in the 50%
in the line.
That's right. See, they were preparing for COVID long before it happened.
I see. Yeah, okay. I don't know. So, will they put back the mailboxes? Probably not. You just have to deal with it. No, I haven't noticed any slowdown in the mail. Has anyone noticed any slowdown in the mail?
No.
It's fickle always, so I feel like I haven't really noticed a difference.
Yeah, I mean, this time of year with vacations and all.
Yeah, so you had new people on the routes.
It used to be pretty predictable. Your mail was there at 2:30.
Yeah.
And now,
whenever
I've seen the guy at 5 o'clock.
Well, they're busy.
Yeah.
All that online shopping is.
Oh.
It filters down to them too.
Yep.
And they got a lot more stuff to deliver.
It's amazing how many FedEx and UPS trucks and Amazon trucks
Prime.
you see throughout the day.
Oh yeah.
God bless you. I mean, I have a neighbor. I think is I don't know what they're stockpiling there, but it seems she's got a whole business. But it seems like the Amazon truck is there every day.
But I think it was funny. It was a couple of days ago when this whole thing with the UPS. USPS started. UPS and FedEx said, "We're not helping."
Yeah,
both of them at this exact same time. We're way too busy, and we're not helping out the postal service. So please don't ask. So,
gosh.
And I know they want to. It's all part of streamlining it and making them more financially responsible. They don't want to pay overtime for the postal workers. Get it all done in an 8-hour day, I guess. And if you can't deliver it today, we'll just bring it back and start again tomorrow. Yeah. And people say, okay, that sounds great, but until you realize that medicine is coming through the mail now. And so now some people might go without.
Well, what I read in the paper, is it Bellingham? Bellingham or I don't know, Blackstone, one of the neighboring Massachusetts communities who are looking to make deliveries, pot, You can order your marijuana online and
they'll deliver it to your home.
Deliver it to your home.
Well,
I would imagine it'd be like alcohol. You have to be 21 to accept it. Or...
Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot of not
Leave it at the back door. I'm in the shower.
Bellingham and Blackstone are different. Bellingham is not allowed dispensaries, but you can cultivate it there, and you can transport it, because I know there's a place where they grow it in Bellingham and they transport it to Worcester, and that's okay. But there's no place to buy it in Bellingham. Blackstone is different. There's 3 different companies that are trying to set up shops in Blackstone to sell it to the public. So maybe it's the Blackstone people that say, "Hey, we'll deliver it to your home."
That's an amazing thing.
It's an all cash.
Yeah,
you can't take. And how much do you tip? For your marijuana delivery?
It's a good question. Yeah.
Well, when you have it delivered, Paul, let us know.
Well, for one thing, that wouldn't happen. The other is I don't live in Massachusetts, so
that's right. They probably couldn't deliver it to Rhode Island, could they? Yeah. Well, no, they can't.
Actually, you can't.
It's not legal.
Rhode Island is one of the states that you can't order wine online and have it delivered.
No.
No. So these ads that you see on Groupon, wine of the month, club, you
it's
can't.
Illegal in Rhode Island.
You can't have it delivered in Rhode Island.
Okay. Interesting. Any other states that you know of?
I think you can in Mass, because at one time I made a purchase. I bought a gas grill and there was a card in there for this. I forget the name of the company, but it was for a significant discount on cases of wine. And you can't, the exception is Rhode Island and a few other states, but Mass you can.
Okay.
So.
It's weird. It's funny what other states have as laws. like that. You can't order wine. You can't have mail order wine in Rhode Island. Do you know it's one of the others is it's illegal for you and me to pump your gas in New Jersey.
Oh, there's other.
There's professional gas pumpers.
I think at least back in the day, I think Oregon.
Yeah.
Because I'm from
That
Washington
way.
State,
Yeah.
so in Oregon, everybody, it's all full service.
Yeah.
Can't pump your own gas.
I actually, for the first time in a long time, went to a full-service gas station last week, and they had two attendants out there. They had their little, the cube, and you just give me a credit card. They swipe it right there, and the guys running around, two guys, and there was a line because it's being the cheapest gas in town.
Yeah.
And it was under $2.
Ooh.
$2 a gallon.
But are they checking your tire pressure?
No.
Do they check your oil?
No.
To me, that's full service.
Yeah.
Just coming up and pumping.
Have a little
it.
ice cream hat with
That's
a tie
right.
on
That's
and wipe
right.
your windows.
That's right.
Got some coffee ice cream for
Clean
you.
clean off the windshield. The other one in of laws that don't affect other states, it's New Jersey. New Jersey? Yeah, I think it's New Jersey. There's no such thing as a mail-in rebate in New Jersey. They've outlawed them.
Outlawed?
Yes. So if you go to a store where it's got a mail-in rebate, the store has to give it to you at the cash register.
Really?
Yeah. I knew that from my retail days.
Huh.
I said, "Oh, that's such a great idea. That's such a better idea."
Yeah, because you lose it, you forget.
You forget it, well, people used to ask me, "How long is it going to take for me to get this rebate?" And I said, "Well, depending on the company, it's going to take so long, you're going to have forgotten about it."
Yeah.
And about 4 months from now, you're going to get a check for $5, and you're going to wonder, "Why do I got this?"
Well, and I won't mention one of our members. I won't mention the company in case they're not an advertiser here at the station, but they have a rewards program. So you go in, you make a purchase, and after, I don't know, for every $100 you spend, you get a $5 credit. But they make you present that credit.
They do.
It's a slip. It looks like a receipt, and if you don't have it, they don't give it to you. And it's like it's in the computer. Why can't you do this? And I always forget it, lose it, or So.
Okay. All right, more Coffee Ants coming your way. This segment of the Coffee Ant program has been sponsored by Navigant Credit Union.
Have you had it with poor service? When was the last time you were treated like a valued customer where you bank? Navigant Credit Union feels you should be treated better than a customer. When you go to Navigant, you're treated like a friend and a member of the family because that's just what you are at Navigant Credit Union. When you're a member of Navigant Credit Union, you're a part owner of the whole place. And that's a big difference between the big banks and Navigant Credit Union. And it's a difference you can feel, too, every time you walk in. Visit Navigant Credit Union today at any one of their many Rhode Island locations and see what it's like to be appreciated. Navigant Credit Union. Member NCUA. Have you had it with poor service? When was the last time you were treated like a valued customer where you bank? Navigant Credit Union feels you should be treated better than a customer. When you go to Navigant, you're treated like a friend and a member of the family because that's just what you are at Navigant Credit Union. When you're a member of Navigant Credit Union, you're a part owner of the whole place. And that's a big difference between the big banks and Navigant Credit Union. And it's a difference you can feel, too, every time you walk in. Visit Navigant Credit Union today at any one of their many Rhode Island locations and see what it's like to be appreciated. Navigant Credit Union. Member NCUA.
When you want to know what's coming up in your town, there's news, as it's reported, and there are public notices. Public notices, also called legal ads, are placed by cities and towns in newspapers to alert you of important meetings that'll be coming up soon. At the Valley Breeze newspapers, you'll find public notices right up front, generally on page 4. They aren't tiny, hard-to-read ads in the back of the paper. In the Breeze, ads are easy to find and read. We want you to know. In addition, all public notices are placed online at valleybreeze.com, where they remain posted until the public meeting is passed. It's just the right thing to do. If you live in Cumberland, Lincoln, North Smithfield, or another local town, you'll find public notices in the Breeze every week and online at valleybreeze.com. Go to the homepage and click Public Notices. You'll find them all. Breeze public notices that will keep you informed, ahead of the crowd, in the paper, and online. Thanks for noticing.
The best New England-style barbecue can be found at Good Stuff Smokehouse in Blackstone. In fact, they were voted #1 Boston's best barbecue. On the menu is slow-smoked and delicious brisket and sirloin burgers. Plus, pulled pork and Boston ribs may tempt you. Or how about slow-smoked turkey? And barbecue chicken is available too. Good Stuff Smokehouse can cater your next event. Ask for details. Good Stuff Smokehouse now has indoor dining and takeout is always available. Good Stuff Smokehouse, 97 Main Street, Blackstone. At Good Stuff Smokehouse, we smoke the good stuff.
Hey, this is Paul Brown.
And I'm Dave Koz. This weekend on the Dave Koz Radio Show, I'll be joined by producer, guitarist extraordinaire, Mr. Paul Brown. Remember, visit DaveKoz.com during the week for all of the details and be here this weekend for Paul Brown and more on the Dave Koz Radio Show.
Hi, fans of smooth jazz. The Dave Koz Radio Show can only be heard on ON AM and FM, 1240 AM, 99.5 FM every Sunday, twice on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., and again 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Dave Koz Radio Show is brought to you by the Carew Investment Group. It's the Dave Koz Radio Show, and it's right here on
ON AM and FM.
And it is Coffee In here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. This is Joe Callahan here with Paul Willett and Natalie Mack. And good news, everybody. Where's my good news? New Girl Scout cookie flavors.
Oh boy.
For 2021.
They're not eliminating some.
No, I don't think so. We're not, as long as we don't get rid of the peanut butter and chocolate and the cookie one. I like that one.
I like that Thin Mints. My favorite.
No one really needs an excuse to eat cookies for breakfast. But now here's a good one. The Girl Scouts are adding a new French toast cookie flavor to their lineup. I like it. French toast cookie. Yeah. Yep. And it's shaped like a slice of toast to give you that authenticity to it. All right. And has a top layer of frosting said to taste like maple syrup. The cookie is called Toast Yays.
Toast what?
Yays.
Yay, like yay?
Yeah, I think so. Yays. Toast Yays. Okay? It'll be available in January when the Girl Scout cookie season starts. So be ready.
Now, will they be allowed to sell outside stores?
Yeah, that's good.
That's a great question.
That's primarily how you.
That's how they do it. You can order them online. I've had friends that are Girl Scout moms who put the word out on Facebook that their daughter is selling them, and if anyone wants to buy them, get a hold of them. I'm trying to think if has anyone been outside like a Stop and Shop.
I haven't seen anyone lately. Usually
in the last couple of months.
Usually get the veterans, and the other thing too is we're coming up on Labor Day. And the local fire departments usually do the boot drive.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be doing that.
Well, on Christmas, they do all the...
Salvation Army?
Yeah, Salvation Army.
I remember one time there was a Girl Scout set up outside my local supermarket, and I was dieting at the time, so I just took my wallet out and gave the girl $10, and she says, "What kind of cookies?" I said, "I don't want any." And she looked at me like, I said, "No, here, I'm just giving you a donation, and I don't want the cookies." They didn't know what the heck to do. The girl turns around and looks at her mother.
Well, now our inventory's off, Paul.
Well, eat them yourself. I don't care. I just didn't want them.
Well, I guess if you set up a table long enough, we can have 2 Girl Scouts at each table, but at each end, and have each of their moms right behind them, so that'll be okay. And then you can walk up to the middle of the table to purchase whatever you want. I guess it could work that way.
Could work.
And then you'd have to have people behind you 6 feet back before they buy their cookies.
Yeah.
To get their toast yays. Yeah. Of a Girl Scout.
Toast yays.
Yeah, you see all these things that you don't really think about that.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to do it?
That you have to now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else is going on here. Chocolate is falling from the sky.
Oh,
speaking of food,
where is that? I'll go.
Yeah.
It's in Switzerland.
Fine. Let's. Kind of tough getting on a plane. I'm not wearing a mask that long.
Can't get out of it. Some countries aren't accepting Americans, so I don't know if Switzerland is one of them. It actually happened in Switzerland. It was all thanks to a glitch at a candy factory. Their ventilation system sent cocoa powder out the ventilation up into the sky, and then it all fell to the ground. So cocoa powder was falling to the ground. Yummy. Strong winds then scooped it up and helped spread the powder all over a small town. This likely won't happen again as repairs have since been made. It is raining chocolate. Go out there with your glass and some milk. And yes, that's right. Try to capture it.
I got a couple of things, and this is probably going to depress you, but according to an article that was in PBN now, CEOs on average are making 320 times more than their average employees.
CEOs are?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's kind of that. And if anybody in the area, there's another article, if anybody in the area is a member of the Dunes Club, it's been closed indefinitely.
We had that story yesterday.
COVID outbreak, yeah.
Well, they had like
10, I think.
Was it 10
yeah.
employees tested positive? Yeah. And then they were waiting for results to come back. So they've had to close down. All right.
Oh, well. It's going to affect my day.
No, that's nothing. We made our national news here with the calamari thing.
Yep.
Yep. So I was wondering. Of course, Rhode Island comes towards the end, but I was waiting to see if Maine was going to hold up a lobster or something like that. And
Moxie.
They didn't even do that. They didn't show up Moxie. And I was waiting to see if Massachusetts would do something. They just had a woman standing in front of the in Boston, in front of the Capitol, saying how wonderful Massachusetts was.
Yeah.
She looked familiar, and I cannot remember her name.
Wasn't Elizabeth Warren?
It was not Elizabeth Warren. I would have remembered that. It was another politician of some sort. Most picked politicians, and most, but some didn't. Some picked like just workers from that state or whatever.
Now, being from Massachusetts, you think Joe Kennedy has a chance, or you think the Kennedy dynasty with younger folks? Did
you see that they Kennedy and Markey just had their last debate?
Yeah.
They were sniping at each other once again. It's been very interesting in Massachusetts to watch those two go back and forth, because Markey keeps bringing up the only reason you're running is because it's your name and money and you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
And Kennedy comes back and tells Markey, you haven't done anything for 40 years, kind of thing, and you don't show up for votes, and you're hardly in Washington, and things like that. So it's been very interesting. The last poll we had, it's a dead heat. It's 44-42 with a margin of error of like 15. So it's basically 50-50 between these two, and with the primary coming up very quickly on September 8th in Massachusetts. And I've talked to Romeo Berthium, who's also from Massachusetts, and we both agree. We think Kennedy's going to pull this out somehow. He's got the only because he's got the name, and he's got the youth. He's much younger than Ed Markey. Markey's been there for a long time, which kind of got going against him. Yeah. And the news story we had yesterday is Kennedy's got the better name recognition with the lower financial class. So I think if they come out to vote, they will put Kennedy over the edge.
Yeah. Well, healthcare is one of his big platform things.
Well, Markey wants Medicaid for all too, and Markey has hitched his bandwagon onto AOC, and I don't know if that's helping him or hurting him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. And when it comes to the voting, a couple of weeks, it'll be all over. We'll see. And there's so many people running for Kennedy's seat, his congressional seat in Massachusetts too. It's like 8, and I can't keep them all straight. I'm like, I don't know all you people. it's really, really tough. I'll straighten it out at some point. All right, that does it for the show for today. Thank you for listening in, everyone. And Natalie Mack, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And Paul Ouellette, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Joe. A couple more weeks and go back to Fridays, right?
That's right. All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day. We will talk to you this afternoon. Remember, Bruins come up at 4 o'clock today.
Broadcasting live and local, daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is